Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Adriana Cotero. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. The structure fire in Susupe is put out, and we know the cause. Also tonight, lawmakers confirm the appointments for board members. We tell you who they are. And the CNMI judiciary is at the CNMI legislature, and they are discussing budget and funding. In sports, NMI juniors make a last stand in the ITF NMI championships. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
Get more, do more with Docomo Pacific. Enjoy endless local calls and SMS with 30 gigabytes of data for only $59 a month. Sign up today and get a Samsung J6 smartphone free. Connect with the familia, share your moments with your primos, and celebrate the Marianas way every day. The possibilities are endless. On the fastest network that gives you more. Docomo! Now available at Docomo Pacific. Better together. Some conditions apply.
Bubblegum Shrimp Company opens daily at 11 a.m. Located on Beach Road in the heart of Garapan.
Hafa-day Tirwami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Thursday, May 23rd, 2019. A structure fire broke out yesterday morning at the Lojas Massage Parlor on Beach Road. The Department of Fire and Emergency Medical Services says after investigation, the cause of the fire was found to be electrical. DFEM says that there was an arc on spliced wiring of an air conditioning unit, where a 220-volt wire was spliced with a 110-volt wire, and is what started the fire. No one was harmed, and DFEMS was able to get the fire under control by 12:26 p.m. News from Capitol Hill now. The senators hold a session this morning and confirm the appointment of 4 members to various boards. In the Senate chamber, the 8 lawmakers place a vote all in favor for each of the reappointments of these members. Roman Tudela Jr. to serve again as resident executive for Indigenous Affairs Office, and Dr. Tiffany Willis to serve again as a member of the Healthcare Professions Licensing Board.
I have a lot that I'm working on. I've submitted all my plans already to this body. There's really tons of work that I look forward to. There's stuff that I've been working on. So I guess one of the biggest goals that I'm looking forward to is the Culture Center. It's long overdue. And I think it's about time that we start something.
As well, an 8-2-0 vote confirms the appointment of Viola Alapuzu to serve as a member of the Marianas Visitors Authority Board of Directors, and Ramon Tebeteb to serve as a member of the Commonwealth Ports Authority Board of Directors.
I've just been confirmed to the Board of Directors of the Marianas Visitors Authority. We have a lot of issues with our tourism. It's our number one source of revenue right now, so we have a lot of work. I'm excited to work with the present Board of Directors under the leadership of Ms. Marian Pierce. I know that I'm ready to roll up my sleeve and do what we need to do.
You said there's a lot of work, so what would be your first course of action?
It just depends on what they need me to do, Whatever it is.
Reporting for KSPN2 News, I'm Adriana Cotero. Imperial Pacific International CNMI had a meeting today to discuss the progress of the Imperial Pacific Resort located in Garapan. This is with the Commonwealth Casino Commission, and in the progress report from IPI, a labor summary was given. It states that as of May 20th, 2019, there are 15 workers for the management staff, 299 H-2B workers, and 107 subcontractor workers. Of the 107, 5 are electrical and mechanical, 8 are technicians for the Dragon Chandelier, and 94 are from the manpower company Fritz Pacific. Tune in tomorrow as we bring you more on the progress of the resort and sit down with the Commonwealth Casino Commission Executive Director, Edward De Leon Guerrero. The second budget hearing is held with the House Committee on Ways and Means and the Judiciary this morning at the legislature. KSPN2 News speaks with the Director of Courts to discuss their financial needs for fiscal year 2020. Take a listen.
The administration's proposal for the CNMI judiciary is $5.3 million. The judiciary's initial proposal that we submitted in March of this year was at $11.3 million.
However, today the Chief Justice, Alexander Castro, informed the House Committee on Ways and Means that the CNMI judiciary is prepared to continue operations with the budget remaining at a current level of $6.8 million. And this change comes after the economic climate that the CNMI is currently weathering, explains Director of Courts, Sonia Camacho.
The submission that we provided to the legislature in March of this year enumerated all of the needs that the judiciary would have to have in place to meet all of the programs and projects in its strategic plan.
As the CNMI judiciary has a 5-year strategic plan in place that ranges from year 2018 to 2022.
This budget year that we were discussing is for fiscal year 2020. And so our initial request was for funding for different programs and projects, as well as for increase of salary levels for our staff. However, given the revenue shortfall and the proportionate cuts from this fiscal year and the revenue projections for next fiscal year, the judiciary has asked if the legislature can continue to keep the funding levels the same.
A priority within the plan is specialty courts.
And so that's why today you heard the presiding judge asking for a full-time position to provide for a specialty court coordinator that will allow us to fulfill the mandates of that initiative.
And currently, with the Guma Justicia still down, courts are being operated in various locations on the island.
It has been a strain. It has been very hard, not only on the clients that we serve, the members of the public, but also on our staff. We are holding 4 to 5 alternate sites any given week. We have the Marinas Business Plaza. We have the Caridad, where drug court is at. We have the U.S. District Court, where we hold jury trials and other court sessions also. And then we have the Jotan Center, where our Law Revision Commission just set up. And we are getting ready to move the Commonwealth Recorder's Office as well. We have tried to make sure that services are not hindered, but throughout all that, it takes logistics and planning. And so our staff have been just absolutely awesome in trying to make sure that the calendaring is not shifting always, and that delays don't stack on to other concerns from the people that we serve and come forward, not only for the standard request of traffic clearances or a criminal history record, but also for court sessions and adjudication of cases.
Reporting for KSPN2 News, I'm Adriana Cotero. Hopwood Middle School is still condemned from U2. A plan is not set in stone for the future of the school, but there are discussions taking place amongst the CNMI public school system and State Board of Education.
We're requesting for a timeline as to how long before if they are moved to a different location, or whether we will have to rebuild their current location, because the temporary facility that they have will not last longer than 2 years. Per our discussion, it may not, it can only sustain up to 120 miles per hour winds.
And in the case of another storm as strong as Super Typhoon U2 that sustained maximum winds of 200 miles per hour, then in this instance, these structures are predicted to blow away.
The plan for Hopwood was basically to move them out of the tent, because the tent is not a permanent, it's just a temporary. It was to renovate the place that are not really damaged, so that they could actually stay there for a while until we have money to build and relocate them in a more conducive buildings and areas. So we're looking at both things.
One of the top hotels on island, Mariana's Resort, closed back in September due to the lease coming to an end. Two more of the top hotels on island, Hyatt Regency Saipan and Fiesta Resort and Spa, have leases that are coming to an end within the next couple of years. And a question on many people's minds, will their leases be renewed?
Hyatt Regency Saipan and Fiesta Resort and Spa are the two other hotels on island that are facing uncertainty. And although there are negotiations being made between Department of Public Lands and the two hotels, the Hotel Association of the Northern Mariana Islands chairwoman, Gloria Kavanaugh, says it's going to come down to regulations.
You have these regulations that are so strict that they don't feel that they can work outside of those regulations. And so what they need to do is they actually need to, one, change those regulations to make it easier to actually meet a meeting point. Because right now, I mean, the regulations and the way they can negotiate over here, and what is actually affordable and reasonable is over here. And some way they need to meet in the middle, but you need to change this first, because they just can't move.
Fiesta has 2 years left, and Hyatt has about 2.5 years left on their land leases. When negotiations are being made with DPL, Kavanaugh says it is important to remember that no two hotels can be looked at the same, as no two hotel properties are the same.
There's too many dynamics that you have to look at from one individual property to another, and you have to look at them individually. You can draw comparables, let's say from Guam, okay, and then go from there. But you have to actually look and understand, the different aspects of negotiating the lease. One property is not the same as the other property.
Kavanaugh says it also comes down to improving the product. Approving the new leases for the hotels first will result in updates to the property, putting more money into the product.
What does extending a lease of Hyatt sooner have to do with a brand name? Okay, how does that make the brand name faster and improve your product if you give them a lease now? It's very simple. If you negotiate a lease, okay, on the Hyatt and Fiesta, what is DPL going to ask for? They're going to ask that you put in money and improve your product, okay? And when they do that, they're going to have to start immediately, okay? And it's something that both Hyatt and Fiesta, and especially Hyatt, has been wanting to do for years. However, they're not going to do it when they only have this amount of time left on their lease.
Time is critical. The tourism industry is what drives the economy in the Sinamai. However, land is the Sinamai's most precious asset, and the lease agreements for the land is how these investors show their commitment to our economy. Reporting for KSPN, I'm Ashley McDowell.
Coming up, a fun night with mom is an event on the calendar for tomorrow. We have the details next. Stay tuned.
Get your daily serving of 4G LTE data with IT&E's daily prepaid plans. Choose from the best priced plans in the Marianas. Get 1 gigabyte of data for $2.50 a day, or choose a $1.50 or $2 plan. Need more data? Top up. Get 100 megabytes for $1 or 1 gigabyte for $10. Visit any IT&E store or call us to learn more and ask about our prepaid loyalty plan. IT&E. Explore your world.
Mental health. What is it?
What is it? What is it? It is my feelings.
It is my emotions.
It's what's in my head.
It is being able to realize his or her own potential.
It's coping with normal stresses in life.
Half of adult mental illness begins before the age of 14. Over 40% of children ages 13 to 17 experience behavioral problems even before they reach the 7th grade. Suicide is also the third leading cause of death among youth ages 15 to 24. These numbers are not easy to absorb, which is why we want to remind the community that the emotional well-being of a child is just as important as their physical health.
The Community Guidance Center Systems of Care under the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation offers an array of services and support for children and youth ages 5 to 21. One of the most important ways parents can help is to listen to their children and to take their feelings seriously. They may want change, they may want a hug, or they may want to seek professional help. So take the time to talk to your children and understand how they feel, because
children's mental health matters.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. It's a night filled with games, crafts, raffles, art, with some education about health. It's the Mommy and Me Fun Night, held this Friday at the Multi-Purpose Center in Susupe. There will be booths set up with bookmark making, face painting, disc dunking, a famous woman quiz, some trivia questions, and other games and activities for all ages. Also, participants can stop by the vendors to learn more about health, wellness, and self-care. The first 50 kids to complete an event passport will receive a special prize. Live entertainment will be performed by Tonopah Middle School, Francis Nogus, Nate Atta, Junior Serenaders, and more. The event runs from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. The CNMI Nutrition Assistance Program is extending their June distribution schedule for Saipan. Starting on June 3rd, the NAP office will go from 5 days to 10 days of distribution. The NAP administrator, Walter Macarinas, says there are approximately 3,206 families that are participating in the program, with 2,929 of them from Saipan. Macarinas says, quote, "The number of participating families has gradually increased over the course of the past 2 years, from 2,412 in March of 2017 to 3,206 in March 2019. As a result of the increase, participants are experiencing longer wait time in order to receive their NAP coupon benefits and to recertify their cases, nearly 600 each day for 5 days, which can no longer be accommodated," end quote. Also, the alphabet schedule the NAP normally uses to distribute benefits will be discontinued. Instead, NAP will utilize a numeric schedule, which is the last number of the case record ID for the specific household. A release states if a household is unable to come to the NAP office in Asleto to pick up their benefits on their scheduled date, they may come on any other day after day 10 to pick up their benefits, but must do so before the end of the benefit month. The numeric scheduling will remain the same for August and September of this year. For more information, contact the NAP office at 237-2842 or visit the new Facebook page at facebook.com/nap.cnmi.
Coming up, no ordinary race. This K10 must be a sign of the apocalypse. KSPN2 Sports is next.
Say hello to the widest 4G LTE network in the Marianas. Hot today, this is Ray. Ray lives in the island of Saipan. And this is Ray's dance group, 2911. For 2911, dance is more than just a hobby. They use dance to spread love, foster creativity, encourage teamwork, inspire the youth of the Marianas and abroad. Even as far as Korea. Gosh, just look at that view. No matter where they are, they can share their passion for dance with the Marianas and the world. Always fast, always clear. When they stream here, it's fast and clear. When they're live here, it's fast and clear. When they share here, it's fast and clear. Everywhere fast, everywhere clear. With the widest 4G LTE network in the Marianas. Docomo Pacific, better together.
deserve more.
I know it's been hard. Come on, let's go for a ride.
Hi, welcome to Dow Rent to Own.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now this feels like home.
Dial Rent to Own. Making lives better since 1987.
Let's roll at Gold's Gym Saipan with group exercise for every body. Total Resistant Exercise, or TRX, helps develop your core and improve strength. And Zumba toning is probably the funnest way to get fit. The Shake Cafe is a great place to stop by for a meal replacement or supplements. Today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Summer is here. Have some fun at Mariana's Trekking inside the Mariana Resort. Feel the speed at the Seaside Circuit. Trek to the rugged Forbidden Island. Ride a buggy or ATV on our off-road adventure. Go stand-up paddleboarding. Whack balls at the driving range. Or pitch or putt on the short course. It's all at Saipan's premier and homegrown adventure company, Mariana's Trekking. Book online at marianastrekking.com or come see us inside the Mariana Resort.
Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans, the last two NMI boys standing saw action this afternoon on the Pacific Islands Club tennis courts. Day 4 of the ITF NMI Junior Championships. Hot, steamy day. Dong Hwan Kim from Korea serving to Robbie Shore. Here's a good volley. Robbie is able to take him from sideline to sideline, and Shore ends up winning this point. But points were few and far between for top player from Saipan, who had the crowd on his side. Robbie serves to Kim's forehand, and that lob went out of bounds. Robbie, though, dropped this match 6-1, and then the next one 6-3. The other NMI single, Sean Lee, lost to the number 1 seed out of Korea. Robbie and Sean each won their first match earlier in the week, but they couldn't make it to the quarterfinals. All right, good luck to everybody else out there. All right, K10 is this coming Saturday. The 10th Conquer was held in, this will be the 10th Conquer to be held in Micronesia, and the third time the obstacle course comes to Saipan.
This race will be unlike any other race Saipan has ever seen. Of course, the first two Conquer races were unlike any other races we had seen. The one common denominator, organizer Kaz Endo.
We wanted to do something crazy, and we wanted to mix a big game of tag and flag football with obstacle course. Yeah. And so the zombies are participants, and they also turn human. So if you have a flag, you're human. If you don't have a flag, you're a zombie.
Just what we need, more zombies. Should be fun to watch, and the public is invited to come out Saturday morning.
It starts at AMP Park and goes back to historical Enos Peace Park where we did our first one. And there's a big chase there, and then it ends up at the Miha housing area. And from there, all the obstacles are erected there, and that's where it's sort of like ground zero is going to be, where people are going to try to finish their obstacle and still maintain their flag, and then get down to Fiesta Beach for the final finish.
One bold manager predicts her teams will sweep the competition.
We have 3 teams, Bob, and they are extraordinary, of all levels of athleticism, agility. We're going to crush it this year, Bob. We got this.
So who's going to come in fourth? Because you guys are going to come in first, second, and third.
Shoot. I'm going to give that to Kanoa. Yeah, keep it in the company.
You guys going to do it, huh? Are you guys all excited?
Yeah.
Really?
Definitely excited.
You don't look so excited.
It will be exciting. All right, our minor league game of the week features the Marlins and the Blue Jays in the case of the walk-off homer that wasn't.
Saturday morning, family quality time at Capitol Hill Ball Field watching these 9 and 10-year-olds learn how to play baseball. If those tourists were paying attention to the game, they would have seen a good one. A swing and a miss and a pitch down in the dirt. Oh, the beautiful slide for the Blue Jays, and that ties the game at 5-5 against the Kagman Marlins. Here's the windup and the pitch. A cold strike 3, and that closes the door on the Jays rally. The little lefty, Nick Sablon, on the mound. It's not a mound. He can't do it all by himself. He needs some help from his defense, like right there. A pitch down the middle of Issa Drive, and the Marlins were set down by Nick Sablon, 1-2-3. Last inning, tie game. Nick Sablon pokes the ball through the infield, not hard enough to reach the cones, meaning he can run as far as he can. The Marlins don't make the good relay throw. Sablon chugs for home, and he makes it. Game over. Wait, what? The umpire wasn't ready? Do it over? Oh, that's pretty tough to do. Nick draws a base on balls and then steals second without a throw. He takes off and steals third. When the throw skips down the line, he scores the game-winning run. And at first, his teammates didn't even realize the game was over. They won.
Let's go. That's it, boys. 2 runs and 1 at bat. Let's go. Hey, come on. Come on.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw.
High temperature today, 90. The heat index, 200. Nah, it wasn't. It just felt like 200 to me, and a lot of other people too. Below 80, humidity 62%. Tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, some isolated showers, winds light and variable. High 89, a low 79. Seas are 3 to 5 feet. Sunrise at 5:46 in the morning. There's a low tide at 6 straight up in the morning. Good time to wake up. High tide at 10:03 in the morning. Low tide 5:43, and then a gorgeous drop dead, beautiful sunset at 6:41. Every night we're getting these tremendous.
They are nice, and sunrise is beautiful
I don't
as well.
see the sunrise. So.
Wake up a little earlier.
The sunrise is the opposite of a sunset, right?
Yeah.
Just turn it around.
I guess so.
All right,
But they're both unique.
I think the big thing coming up Saturday is the
Conquer
race, and
right?
I think they
It's
made a
coming back.
mistake with the registration.
Why?
Because I was at the Fiesta today, I was
Okay.
going down the list of all the names of the people that were entered, and I didn't see your name on
Oh,
there.
you didn't?
No.
Did you
well,
see
it was-
yours?
No, I'm covering it, so I'm not eligible to do it. But you did it last year.
I
and
did. I
was
did it
expecting
with
to see your
Gold's
name
Gym
on it
last
this year.
year.
What happened?
I don't know. I guess I just
I don't think it's too
slipped my
late
mind.
to sign you up.
I don't know about that, Bob. I don't know. Last year I did it,
So you
and
did pretty good.
found out. Yeah, we came in second place.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
It was
you
actually
guys
really
did good.
great, and it was a fun experience.
I think
But
your teammates carried you.
yeah, they actually did.
I mean, they
They literally carried me. So, but no, it was fun. It was a great experience, and it's awesome that they're coming back. So, I don't think I'll be participating. We'll see, because last time I found out just a couple days prior.
Well,
so
maybe you could be
who
a
knows?
substitute.
Maybe.
I'll see if I can sneak you in.
Okay, all right. We'll see about that. Well, thank you all for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.
Good night.